Hi guys, it's Lee from Like-Minded Musings. I just wanted to jump in today to share with you a little bit about quiet time. I was thinking about how there's different seasons, and as I'm always wanting for as much time with the Lord as possible, I also have been in many seasons where there just isn't much time. But instead of just either letting something go in one ear and out the other, or instead of believing the lie that I don't have any time at all to do it, I thought I would just go over with you in this video just a really basic Bible study that just takes a few minutes, but it's a little bit more in depth than just reading it. And then later on, I will go back probably next week and I'll go into what I like to do for a little bit more in-depth study. So what I do, first of all, is just if I'm reading through chapter by chapter and verse by verse, or if I'm reading topically, like just pick a verse, and I'll read the verse. Like I'm in Psalm 3, and if you can read the verse out loud, it's, I don't know, recommended, but it does seem to help me process a little bit better. Verse number 3, the pink circled one, "But you, O Lord, are a shield for me, my glory, and the one who lifts up my head." So just reading the verse first, then I go down to my notebook, just real basic notebook, and I went ahead and wrote this out because I didn't really think you would want to watch me writing, but I just read out the verse first of all. So Psalm 3:3, "But you, O Lord, are a shield for me, my glory, and the one who lifts up my head." And then I write down God and some things that stand out in the verse to me about God, that He is a shield to me, that He's my glory, and that He lifts me up. And then I just write down a couple of things that the verse would be saying about me or to me, that God is my protector, He will care for me. And this just kind of helps me to, like I said, process, let it sink in a little bit more than just reading it. And then if I get a chance, I like to go over to my computer. You could go to just dictionary.com. I have up as an example. I have to switch hands. Sorry about the shake here. Dictionary.com if you'd like, that's totally fine, but I really like to go to this Blue Letter Bible site. It has just tons of info, and it can be a little bit overwhelming at first, but once you get used to it, it's a little bit better. But I like to go to where it says dictionaries. I already plugged in Psalm 3:3, and what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to pick out a couple of words that stand out to me that I want to dig into a little bit more. So just real quick, going back to the verse, "But you, O Lord, are a shield for me, my glory, and the one who lifts up my head." So a couple of things that stand out to me would be glory, my glory, and shield. So that's just me. I mean, obviously it may be different if you were the same one reading the verse, but so I'm going to go here to dictionaries, and I'm just going to look at the fear of the Lord. And then it just gives you some great information. It gives you a definition and some references that you could go into depending upon how much time you have. I just really like to be able to look at what it means biblically, because sometimes it helps give a better explanation when you're looking in a Bible dictionary. And then also with glory. So as you can see here, there's lots of information there for you also. So I like to take a look at that and read that and just kind of let that sink in for a minute, and then really just go back to the verse one more time. So really, I guess I'm probably reading the verse 3 or 4 times as I'm, processing. So I'm reading it, writing it, thinking about what God is saying, what it's saying about God and what it's saying about me, and then thinking about reading it again and thinking about the words that stand out. Jumping on something to look up a little bit more about those words, and then just coming back to the verse again, and then just finishing up with prayer, just like that. So as the video looks like about 5 minutes, I mean, obviously writing it out would take a little bit longer, but this is just something really basic that I know that we could fit into our day. I mean, it's everybody's crazy busy, and I do get that completely, but I think I get sucked in so much to thinking that there's just no time, and really that's even 5 minutes. And another, if you're crunched for time, another great way just to keep getting the word in is just putting verses around your home, places that you would look, in the kitchen or in the mirror as you're getting ready. If you need any cards, I have some of those in the freebies hub, so you can pick out some of those or just write them down on a note card or anything like that. I think that that's a really helpful thing, just to be continually putting God's Word into your mind if you have a packed schedule. So like I said, I'm going to take a look probably next week at something that I like to do to get a little bit more in depth and spend more time in the Word. Oh, and that was something I wanted to mention. This book here, Hand Lettering for Everyone. It's just a fun book that I started working through. I'll put the link so you can take a look at it, but it's just, I'm completely a non-artist, so this is just helping me learn and practice a little bit about lettering. So you could always, do this method and extend out time and, write something a little bit more creative or in depth if you're so inclined. But like I said, I am not an artist, so learning anything artistic is just an adventure for me, but I don't, that's not the point. The point is a Bible study. It's just a way to express that I really enjoy. So I just thought that I would mention that as well. So if you are a non-artist, Hand Lettering for Everyone, a creative workbook, is a fun thing to go through too. But I think that's about it for now. Thanks so much.